Hello and welcome to quite a noisy Clarion Awards 2020. I'm Dale Parmenter, CEO of DRPG. So where are we? Well, we're in our studios here in Worcestershire. I'm up on the roof terrace and we still have quite a lot of helicopters coming over. So we've not planned that, the flyover, but we'll take that. Just a little description where we are then, in the centre of the country. That way we've got the Clens Hills, and about 20 miles away we've got Birmingham. Over this way we've got Malvern Hills and Worcester, about 15 miles away. And if we went that way, over the Clee Hills, about 25 miles away, would be Wales. So we're right in the middle of the country. So it's my job for the next 25 minutes just to give a little bit of background. I'm going to have some guests up here on the roof terrace to talk about EVCOM, talk about the awards, and some of the issues around the awards, and some of the benefits of being sustainable. And then at 4:30, we're going to go downstairs into Studio 1, where the ceremony will commence. And we're going to be making some cocktails while we're up here, and we want your selfies. We want your selfies of you watching the awards, making your cocktails, and hopefully celebrating. And send your selfies in to selfie@drpgroup.com. Also, if you've got any comments, any best wishes or questions, then under here is a little box on the portal. Just type them in and I'll pick them up here on the roof terrace. So we're going to start by just taking a little look back to the last award ceremony that EVCOM staged, which was the London Film and Live Awards back in November. Take a look at this.
Tonight's event really is about celebrating what the great and good of our industry is all about. So we've had two separate ceremonies. We've had our London Live Awards and we've had the London Film Awards. And in both separate ceremonies, it really is recognising the innovations and the creativities that's been happening in that market. Awards like this are so important in the industry because you run events and you're on a hamster wheel. You're running it for a client, you deliver a great event, and you get back on a flight, back to the office, and you do it again somewhere else. And I think this really gives us a bit of breathing space to step back and say, that was an amazing event. These were the objectives. This is what we've achieved for that client.
It's an amazing opportunity to network with your industry peers, to gain further knowledge about which agencies are doing really well in the marketplace. Quite honestly, if you're not here, you really should be, because the opportunity just for knowledge share is absolutely extraordinary.
Who doesn't want to come to the BFI? What a fabulous event. It was run very smoothly indeed by the whole EVCOM team. Lots of people really engaged as well. This is important to EVCOM members and it's great to see that.
So I've moved over here on the terrace to join Claire, Executive Director of EVCOM. We're going to have a little bit of chat about really what's been going on, really, and from last year. Let's go back a year, very different year.
Yes, yes. Well, 2019 was a very successful year for EVCOM. You know, we had some fabulous events. You saw the film then from the London Live and Film Awards. We had a great Clarions last year. We did all of our sort of big ticket events. Yeah. We ran the EV conference, yeah. The Fellowship Awards at the House of Lords, which is, a fabulous event. And we did a lot of campfires, networking, talking pictures events. And it was a really great year that we were intending to build on.
Yeah. And then,
yeah,
it all happened.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about the then in a little while. And I know we haven't got any drinks, but we will have drinks shortly. I promise we will have some drinks. We'll do some cocktail making. So the Clarions last year, huge success, some great entries, great work, and let's just celebrate a few of those. I think we've got some examples
we'll look at a few.
Just to share. Let's start with the first one. So this is something by Tim Langford.
Yeah, well, Tim Langford, who is actually a board member, he is a freelance director. This particular film won a silver in the celebratory category. It was a series of films for Sky, but it was promoting the benefits of community and parkrun and communal running to overcome anxiety and depression. So we're going to show you a short clip of just one of the films. Okay.
I owe a lot to turning up to Junior Park Run that day. And the run director who was at Junior Park Run today was the first run director I ever met, Damien Cowell, Yeah, I owe him so much. OK, we're going to start off with our gorilla stomp, so that's some jogging on the spot. Come on, Ted, let's get going. So we're going to warm up, stay nice and loose. He encouraged me to volunteer for the very first time, and it felt like an enormous thing. Oh, it was an enormous thing, but he supported me and he still does. 1, 2, 3!
Brilliant, brilliant film there.
Yeah,
Why
lovely.
was it so successful? What were the judges looking for?
Well, I think each film was allowed the time to develop and breathe, and you got to hear their individual stories. That they're all different, but they were very powerful, personal stories, and I think the judges really liked that, and all with a slightly different angle, but got the whole message across.
Brilliant. Let's move on to another one, which won film brand communication. Tell us a little bit about this one.
So brand communication categories are always really, really competitive. We get a lot of entries in those. So this particular entry was up against some really sort of big film companies, The Edge, Media Zoo, but this particular film, Bookade, was done by 3 Angry Men, and it won gold.
Okay.
But it's a lovely, lovely piece. So we'll just have a quick look, and then I'll tell you a bit more about the judges' views.
Okay.
The wild things roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved, "Goodbye," and sailed back over a year, and in and out of weeks, and through a day, and into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him, and it was still hot.
Really powerful piece there.
Yeah.
Judges again, what did they look
Just
for?
a gorgeous film, just absolutely beautiful to look at. But the comments from the judges were that it was a bold, beautiful and ambitious idea that the filmmakers made happen despite a host of challenges. And I think that points out a really important thing when you're entering, is we do provide opportunity to put context and some of the struggles that you had sometimes, and it makes a big difference because that adds meaning to the film and the why you're doing it. And the judges love that stuff. It just gives it, teeth, but it's beautiful.
Beautiful
It's
film,
really
beautiful.
lovely, yeah.
Let's move to the live side now, and the next one is putting CSR at the heart of an annual conference.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about this.
It's tough. They're tough things to do.
Yeah.
This particular award, it got Silver Award in the Live Innovation category. The winners were Ashfield Meetings and Events in collaboration with AstraZeneca and Scottish Event Campus. And the film shows a live scale corporate team building exercise. But have a little clip because you can see the scale of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look.
Let me show you something.
And again, it must have been quite a challenging event to put on. What did the
Exercise.
client,
Well,
judges
the
say?
judges just felt it was, it's not a fantastically new idea, but it's shown really well, and to get that
The
many people
execution,
involved,
yeah.
and then making a film of it that gives away the excitement and the slight chaos, really. But it's still the event. The idea comes through at the end, which is just the payoff.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
So,
really worked.
So that was last year. Now
was
let's
last
get
year.
through to this year, and I think everyone who's a winner this year will be invited to.
Well, yeah, because we're here
Yeah.
with our virtual ceremony, what we're hoping is for the London Live and Film Awards that are due to take place on 19th of November, if we can go ahead and do that, we will invite all the winners from this award to come up and have their moment on the stage.
Have their photo
and
taken,
take
absolutely.
their awards, yeah.
And a little bit about this year. So 2020, COVID. What impact has it had on our industry?
Well, it's been astonishing. I think, you know, nobody could have anticipated, I think, the breadth and the depth of damage that it's done. You know, the whole supply chain, you know, everyone just sees the event, but there's all the pieces that come off it and the pieces that fit into the jigsaw puzzle. And I think for EVCOM, you know, we're connected to corporate film, you know, live events and all the points in between. And I think when this first hit, we took a couple of weeks to sort of get the measure of it really, and just try and understand what the repercussions were going to be and how we could change and adapt
as well,
and support our members, you know, because everybody was reeling in those first few weeks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I remember the conversation a few months ago about these awards.
Yeah.
Should we run them? Will anybody enter?
Yeah, would it happen at all?
And the same with the London Awards as well. And actually, we've had a record entry.
It's been fantastic. I mean, we did a little bit of work around the pricing to try and encourage people to enter, but we gave a freelance opportunity and all of, and we really worked at making it inclusive for our members. But they have paid us back in spades. It's been brilliant. We've had tons of entries, more than we've ever had.
Which we're very, very close, just about 14 minutes away from going live to find out who the winners were, but they're all brilliant entries.
Yeah.
Let's just take a look if we've got any comments, any selfies. Have we got any selfies coming up? Let's keep sending them in. There we go, somebody enjoying their glass. They've started drinking before us.
That's not on.
That's not on at all, is it? No. Who's that? No, I can't make out who that is. But well done. Keep them coming in. Keep them coming. Should we get a drink?
Yes, let's.
Okay.
We'd never asked.
Right. We are now going to make some cocktails. You should have all had the ingredients. I'm going to start with the alcoholic one because you've got to get down to the studio. So I'll do yours first. This is called a Blue Diamond. And now, interestingly, what we've done is we've gone for local booze.
Yeah.
So here we have Wire Forest Gin, which is from a little town called Bewdley, where I live, just about 6 miles away. I was going to use the measures, but shall I just do that? That looks about right. Blue Cracker, clearly we couldn't get that local.
No.
That would be difficult, but anyway.
It's a tricky one to get hold of, that one.
It is. So there we are. And some lemon juice.
But we've gone EVCOM Blue.
Yeah.
And the other cocktail is Clarion Green, if anybody was interested in the choices.
So this one is all about blue. Put some ice in there. And there we go. And we'll put it into the shaker.
Bit of shake about.
Shake it out, make sure the top's on.
Oops.
Whoops, oh dear.
Not to be spilt on white tablecloths.
No, oh dear, I'm going to get told off, aren't I? We'll put that into here. Ooh.
You see, this is why I miss London hotel bars, because you get a better class of barman.
Sorry. And sparkling wine from Astley Vineyards, which is about 6 miles away in that direction. There we are. There we go.
Look at that. God, it looks lethal.
Try that one.
Thank
so
you
while you're
much.
having a sip of that, we'll do the mocktail, which is...
looks radioactive.
It does look like radioactive,
well,
doesn't it?
Cheers, and good luck to all of our entrants.
Absolutely. So I won't wash that out. I'll cheat in that one. Some limeade.
Wow.
Is that strong enough?
It's plenty strong enough.
You've got to read a script in a second, haven't you? Yeah. And some simple syrup.
Looks great, though.
There we go.
What's this one?
And some lemonade. And again, lemonade just down the road at the farm. Heart Sense Farm. Can we get the top off? Hang on. There we go.
So the first one's called a Blue Diamond.
And this one's
and
called
this is Green Lemonade.
Green Lemonade. So we shall just
This is for the people who still have to work for a few hours after.
Yeah. And we'll put that into there. And magically...
I think you left a bit too much of the curd.
Yes, that's probably not such much as a mocktail really, but there we are.
Well, that one's yours.
Oh, thanks. Okay, so you can take your drink downstairs if you wish.
And you're going to speak to?
I'm going to speak to Sam.
I'll see you later.
Okay, I'll just get my notes. So we're going now live to Sam Wilson, who is in Brighton. Now, Sam has been involved in the Clarions for many years. She's helped put it together, she's presented it, she's judged it, she knows pretty much everything about the Clarions there is to know. So, hi Sam, how are you?
Very well, thank you, Dale. Cheers.
Cheers. Yes, why have I ended up with the mocktail? I think there's still a bit of gin in there. Anyway, why are these awards so important?
Well, Dale, first of all, thank you, and hello everyone who's tuning in today. I love a virtual event. So we've already seen that, Dale, to be honest. We've seen that this is about recognising work that is connected with meaningful change. I'm a big fan of the Clarions. And one of the reasons I think it's so important, this awards ceremony, is because there are very few industry awards ceremonies that are devoted to sustainability, devoted to cause-driven work. So in that, I have to say, I also applaud EVCOM for doing this. And the fact that we've had more entries this year, which is incredible, it's testimony to its growing importance. And
really, as an industry, you know, we're a part of the comms industry. We must be in a great position to promote sustainability and communicate the need for sustainability.
Absolutely right, Dale. We are in a unique position, I would go to say. We're agents of change. That's what we do. We're agents of change. And again, the fact that we've had more entries this year is a good sign that people are asking those big questions, those big business questions. How are we going to use our creative gifts to amplify positive change in the world now when we need it more than ever? How are we going to do that? What do I choose to contribute to? These are the challenging questions. These are the big questions. And I think they're being asked more and more now of business leaders, and rightly so.
Absolutely. And the current pandemic we're in, the crisis that hit us a few months ago, do you think there's anything that we've learned from that?
Oh my gosh, yes. Unprecedented situation, unprecedented learnings, Dale, is what I would say. And in amongst all the pain, there's something I've been acutely aware of, and that's the remarkable capacity of nature to heal damage when human beings stop. And I think we've got a lot to learn from that. The question really in my mind is, are we willing to? Are we ready to ask those big questions? Not just are we ready to stop flying? Yes, we've got to stop flying. Are we willing to move to a dynamic, blended, circular model that focuses on people and planet with the belief that if we do that, the profit will take care of itself? That's the even bigger question, Dale, and that takes courage. And I hope that any leaders listening now will be brave enough to ask themselves that very question.
And on that, I suppose some of the learnings is the huge growth of virtual. I mean, we should be now in a London venue having a few drinks and getting ready for the awards ceremony. But now we're all spread, a lot of people at home, maybe some people in the office. We're a virtual event. So the growth of virtual and then probably hybrid, do you think that's a great thing?
I really do. And I think what this pandemic has done really is compress that timeline, Dale. This has been on the agenda maybe for the next 5 years. Well, hey, we don't have 5 years. We really don't have 5 years. So if this situation has done anything, it's to compress, to escalate, to catalyse that movement that really we don't have long to do. We've got, now is the time, Dale. Now is the time, and I think we've got a unique opportunity, probably between now and the end of the year, to really ask ourselves those big questions and make those big transitional changes.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned about the flying. So when we talk about particularly a lot of the members, they may stage global events. Do you think then taking the technology we're using today, using more regional focused events possibly, that then are linked together using the technology, is that something that is going to be next?
Think about the opportunities, Dale. There's no either or phenomenon here. It's about how do we best reach the people that matter? How do we engage them? How do we communicate them? How do we mobilise whatever it is that we're wanting to mobilise? And yes, absolutely, local hubs and the reach through virtual. fantastic. And also, of course, the capability then of recording, of maybe bite-sizing your event so people can dip in and dive out of it. There are tremendous possibilities through the use of virtual. I don't think it's either or. I think it's a cleverly blended approach. And the people who blend best, I think, will do better.
And then on the film side, of course, what we've seen over the last few months is enormous amounts of user-generated material, celebrating, the clapping for the NHS, the great community work that's gone on. Do you think that's sustainable? Do you think the film world needs to step up and promote that more, like we are through the Clarions?
Yes, I do. I think everybody needs to do more. I think that, again, that's the big question. It's how do we use our creative skills to mobilise and amplify positive change? Yeah, I think that's the big question. And
I strongly believe as well this is going to come back to the top of the agenda once this pandemic's out of the way. I think it already is there. Yeah. So, OK, the Clarions, in a few minutes we're going live down to Studio One. Just talk about some of the standard of entries that you've seen over the last few weeks, because I know you've seen quite a lot of the entries come in. What's your take on it?
Well, not only is it my favourite award ceremony ever, but I am in such an honoured position to every year judge some of those entries. And I have to tell you, Dale, maybe I shouldn't say this, but every single year I'm moved to tears. They sucker punch me. They really get me. And I think this is an important point, if I may say, that yes, this is a competition. Yes, it's about awards, but there's not one entry that doesn't move me. And the value of the work, the value of taking that action must be applauded and recognised. It's not just about who wins gold, it's that you've done something brilliant. You've done something magical. You've left a lasting legacy. So, to state a phrase, everybody's a winner today. But we're going to go and find out who are the gold, silver and bronze winners. And then we'll be coming back up here at half-time to mix another cocktail and have a chat with Claire and with Sam again. And we've got some entertainment for you in the break. So let's go live now down to the Studio One and the Clarion Awards.
Hello, thank you Dale, and welcome to the EVCOM Clarion Awards 2020. For EVCOM's first ever virtual award ceremony in partnership with DRPG. My name is Sam Allen and I am super excited to be here to present today's awards. A huge thanks to Dale Parmenter for keeping us all entertained from the terrace and from hosting us here today. I must say I was slightly concerned when I saw that cocktail whether my co-presenter would make it down the stairs into Studio One, but she has managed to do that. We'll be joining Dale again after the first part of the awards, so keep those selfies and comments coming in. I want to see them, and it would be amazing to see live reaction shots through the awards, winners, shortlists, etc. So she has made it down the stairs. I didn't see a second cocktail for me, I'm just going to say. It is a huge pleasure to welcome back here into Studio One, EVCOM's Executive Director, Claire Fenello. Welcome down. How was it up there?
Oh, lovely. A fabulous terrace. It's very nice. What a nice thing to have in your place of work. Not so much sure about the cocktail guy, though.
Well, I'm hoping that at the interval he'll have had a little bit of practice. I'm thinking, Tom Cruise, you're safe right now.
Friendliest cocktail guy, though.
Friendliest cocktail.
Yep.
Claire, I'm going to hand over to you.
Thank you very much, Sam. So, thank you, Sam. We are so glad to be, you can be here to host our awards today and to do all the important jobs of announcing our winners. Thank you all for joining us virtually today to celebrate cause-driven creativity and excellence with a CSR focus. During this year, more than ever, it has proven essential to maintain, recognise and reward the excellent work produced in this field. I think we have all discovered or rediscovered during this period an understanding that work that counts for something makes a difference not only to the end client, but to those that work on the projects themselves. Feeling that one has made a difference, no matter how small, is what gets people through the difficult times. So I would personally, and on behalf of EVCOM, like to thank all of you that entered the Clarion Awards in 2020, more in fact than ever before, and wish you luck in the next hour.
Good luck.
Good luck indeed. I would also like to thank our brilliant judges who have shared their time and expertise to review your work. It does take a good amount of time, and without them, the process would not be possible, and we are incredibly grateful. And I'm glad to say that our judges were very impressed across the board by the standard of work submitted this year.
It sounds like it's been a bumpy year for awards, Claire.
It has.
Does that surprise you?
We were concerned at the very, very beginning whether people would have the energy, the time, the wherewithal to be entering awards, and we are hugely gratified to see that they have come back in droves.
So thank you all who entered. So before we throw ourselves into the main event, we would love to see where you are. You know, Dale's explained very geographically where we are. So please send your selfies or group picture. We really want to see people celebrating, and that gives us the feeling that, you know, you're there. It's always lovely to be in a studio, but we'd much rather all be in person. So selfie@drpgroup.com. And of course, get social. We encourage you to engage with us via Instagram, which is @EVCOM UK, and our Twitter @EVCOM Awards, and I'll be looking at those later on as well. So it is, Claire, that moment everybody has been waiting for. Hope you have your cocktail or mocktail ready. Let's begin. Our first award is for work that successfully and dynamically raises awareness of the current environmental issues affecting our planet, and we all know that that's a lot. We will begin by announcing the film Environment winners. The shortlisted entries for this category are Fighting Waste Crime by Pucker Films, Elvis and Cressy by Media Zoo, Recycle Week 2019 by Radley Yelder, Unilever Plastic Commitments by Plastic Pictures, VFC Sustainability Films by Radley Yelder, Virgin Atlantic Sustainability Films by Sequel Group, and WRAP, the Action Pack by EdComs. Good luck all, and over to you, Claire, to announce the winners.
Thank you, Sam. So the standard of work was incredibly high in this category. So the judges have opted to award multiple joint awards, which I know is fairly unusual, but I'm sure you can see by the lengthy shortlist, it was a well fought for category. So the Bronze Award has been awarded to two films, Fighting Waste Crime by Pucker Films and Elvis and Cressy by Media Zoo. So well done to those. We also, unusually, have a joint silver award. Our two winners are VFC Sustainability Films by Radley Yelder and Unilever Plastic Commitments by Plastic Pictures. So well done to both those organisations. Fantastic work. Now, the Gold Award goes to a film about which one judge said, if only recycling could feel as cool as this, we might already have saved the planet. So the Gold Award, out of the envelope,
Drum roll, please,
goes to Recycle Week 2019 by Radley Yelder. Fantastic, well done.
Congratulations, the team of Radley Yelder. Get those glasses. Cheers. Let's watch your film.
It's in your hands now where the power lies. To tackle a problem that is growing in size. To do something about this real problem that even school kids are shouting about. More people are recycling now than ever before. Join them. Spread the word that recycling is not a chore, It's a simple yet revolutionary act that can change the world. Recycle Week 2019. We're taking it into our own hands. Are you?
So, the next award recognises work that centres around health and well-being. This was one of our most popular categories this year. I am sure none of you are surprised, as it's highlighting the recent global focus on health, as well as an increased awareness around mental health and well-being. Claire and Dale, you alluded to that upstairs on the terrace. On the film side, which is sponsored by Brandcast Health, the shortlisted entries are #Apply Pressure by Raw London, Ask Twice by the Edge Picture Company, COVID Mental Health Film by Factive, Talbot Productions, Jack's Story by Inspired Films, Less of a Lonely Place by Merchant Cantos, Ritonavir Impact Film by Strange Films and Music Summit Films, TikTok by the Edge Picture Company, and The Curious Case of Mrs. Riley by Media Zoo. Now, with the joys of technology, we are going to be joined by our sponsors, Brandcast Health, for a few words. CEO Charlie Grieve is here with us in the studio. Welcome, Charlie. How are you today?
Very well, thanks. Thanks for having me. Hi, Claire. Hi, Sam. Good to be with you. Slightly weird, but very enjoyable. And getting slightly drunk as well.
Well, we're glad to hear, because that's what we do when we're celebrating success. But why are these awards and this category, why is it so important to you, Charlie?
Well, we're really pleased to be supporting this award, as our focus is very much around creating content for doctors, nurses, physicians and other professionals, as well as charities. And it's close to our hearts. We spend our lives filming and writing stories, and the quality of the work that these guys have done is fantastic.
And how and I promised I wouldn't use this word, but I'm going to use it, Charlie, in these unprecedented times, are you managing your mental health and well-being?
Well, it's a kind of combination of a mix of Zoom, Teams, extreme vegetable gardening, and probably growing hair as well. So a kind of balance of tech and courgettes.
I think that is something that's probably never been said. I think that's probably a first for a virtual award ceremony. Charlie, we expect a selfie of you and those vegetables before the end of the ceremony. Is that a promise?
I'll go and get the fork out now.
Thank you so much for sponsoring, and we'll talk to you later. Enjoy the ceremony.
Will do. Well, bye.
Bye. Claire, it's over to you to announce our winners.
Right, sorry, I'm still amused by the courgettes. Thanks, Sam. The bronze award goes to Apply Pressure by Raw London, so well done, Raw London. The silver award goes to Jack's Story by Inspired Films. It's a lovely film. And the big one, the gold award, goes to a film which our judges called quite remarkable and authentic, and like a finely crafted patchwork quilt of many colours and textures. Wow. The winning film in the health and well-being category is Less of a Lonely Place by Merchant Cantos. Well done. Really lovely.
Congratulations. Well done, Merchant Cantos. Let's see your film.
I didn't realise I was feeling it at first, but then I realised all of my friends were starting to fade away.
At the age that I was, a lot of my friends didn't have a baby. People stop asking you to do things, and then eventually they just disappear.
My mum has multiple sclerosis, and I've been a young carer for her since I was about 15. I had to grow up quite quickly.
You just don't know what to do, you don't know what the next step should be.
I completely understand what Sam said. These are really emotional films that we're showcasing today, aren't we?
Not a good idea to watch them all on one day, like I did.
Yeah, I can imagine that was a tough day, but congratulations. We move on to Health and Wellbeing Live. On the live side, it's sponsored by Present Communications, and the shortlisted entries for Health and Wellbeing are NHS Relief, Lean on Me by Young Guns, Travel to Tokyo, Engagement Events by EdComs Limited. So Claire, please can you announce our winners?
Right, the winners of this category, there is no bronze. The silver award goes to Travel to Tokyo, Engagement Events by EdComs Limited. And then the gold award goes to an entry that one judge praises for capturing the emotions of an unprecedented moment in time, covering sadness, resilience, love, and optimism. The winning project is NHS Relief, Lean on Me by Young Guns. Well done.
Big congratulations, Young Guns. Let's watch your film.
Please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on.
So, the next award commends work with an education and training film. Its purpose is to educate a targeted audience in the arenas of health and safety, diversity, environmental initiatives, and of course, social responsibility. So, the shortlisted entries for the film education and training category, sponsored by Brandcast Health, are Compliance and Anti-Corruption Training by Pucker Films, Make the Call by Media Zoo, The British Army, Character Education by Everfee EdComs, The Language of Protest by Hamlet Films, The Wow Show National Careers Week Special by Embolden Agency, and Think About It by Speakeasy. Good luck all, and let's go to Claire to announce the winners.
Thank you. And a big thank you again to Brandcast Health, who has also sponsored this category. As I have said, we really couldn't do these things without the support of our sponsors, so big thank you there. The Bronze Award goes to The Language of Protest by Hamlet Films. There are 2 silver awards in this category. The first goes to Think About It by Speakeasy. Congratulations to them. And the second silver goes to Compliance and Anti-Corruption by Pucker Films. So 2 worthy winners of silver there. The gold award goes to a film that one of our judges said was beautifully shot, powerful, finely balanced, and with a strong message. The winner of the gold award is Make the Call by Media Zoo. Congratulations to Media Zoo. Well done.
Media Zoo. Great heads by the judges there. Let's see your film.
You'll be a good girl, won't you? Yeah? There's a child on my bus I'm a little bit concerned about.
Claire, we are whizzing through awards today. Can't believe how quickly we're going through them. It's very strange not to have our audience here.
Yes, none of that walk-up time.
None of that walk-up time. Maybe we need to be doing some selfies as well. So don't forget, we want to get those selfies in because Dale is up on the roof waiting for those. We now move on to Education and Training Live. And our entries are Feeding Britain's Future by Everfee EdComs, The Schools Challenge by Everfee EdComs, and Travel to Tokyo, Engagement events by Everfee EdComs. Now, don't quote me on this, but I've got a fairly strong idea who the winner might be. But we will go over to Claire to announce the winner.
Well, a bit of a clean sweep here with Everfee EdComs, but I suppose it's important, actually, each film gets recognised as to how it was judged in the process. So, or each project rather. So the Bronze Award goes to Feeding Britain's Future by Everfee EdComs.
Congratulations.
The Silver Award goes to Travel to Tokyo, Engagement Events by Everfee EdComs. So they've obviously cornered the market in this category, I'd say. The Gold Award goes to a project which one judge applauds for opening up conversation. And I don't think I need the envelope for this one. The winning entry is The Schools Challenge by Everfee EdComs. Fantastic job, all of the people who worked on those projects.
Massive congratulations, because that's the important thing, is you've got to be in it to win it.
Yep.
And we are celebrating success in this really, really important field. So thank you for all of those submissions, and congratulations, Everfee EdComs. The next award is for the hotly contested category of brand communication film. Claire and Dale were chatting about this upstairs, so I'm very excited to announce some of the shortlist here. This award promotes the brand identity of a charity or a commercial company with strong CSR credentials. And the shortlisted entries are Actually I Can by 3 Angry Men, ILO Invalid Opinions by Radley Yelder, Jack's Story by Inspired Films, No Fixed Address by 3 Angry Men, Springboard Unbreakable by DRPG, The Royal British Legion, Pause by Tinderflint, and The Global Health Network by Pucker Films. We were not joking when we said there was a shortlist. It was a long shortlist, Claire.
Yeah.
So over to you. This must have been a difficult decision.
Yeah, it is indicative of the category by how many shortlists there are, because obviously a lot of this is based on the point structure and the system by which we judge, whereby if you reach a certain number of points, you get elevated into the shortlist. So an amazing list for this category. But finally, we have to come down to the final awards. The Bronze Award goes to ILO Invalid Opinions by Radley Yelder. So well done. A bronze out of that list is extraordinary. The Silver Award goes to No Fixed Address by 3 Angry Men. And then the Gold goes to a film which our judges described as powerful and inspirational. And the winner in this very, very competitive category is a second film, in fact, from 3 Angry Men, Actually I Can. And it's a very powerful film. Well done.
Congratulations. The second award, 3 Angry Men. I hope you are out there celebrating. Okay, we are now moving on to brand communication live. And Claire, I'm going to come straight to you.
Okay.
To announce our winners.
So, brand communication, the winning entry received a gold award because it was given full marks by one of our judges.
Wow.
So obviously it really hit the nail on the head with this particular jury. And multiple judges picked up on the heart, passion and commitment shining through the project. The winning entry is DRPG, their CSR Charter by DRPG. So fantastic, our hosts, well done. Well done.
Congratulations, everybody. They are cheering. You just can't hear them. They're cheering very quietly. That is great news. And top marks from a judge, does that happen very often?
No, no. You often can get a very, very high overall mark because they've all judged highly. And then you just it takes one to bring it down. But no, very rare to get top marks.
Congratulations, DRPG. Let's see your film.
We are going to be planting 40 trees to celebrate our 40th anniversary of being in business.
We've also worked with local schools, we've helped restore ponds, protecting newts.
And of course, another big part of it is our CSR challenges, and we've set ourselves 40 challenges this year to complete over the 12 months.
We're looking at fair trade in the team cafe. We've already banned plastic bottles.
We are trying to reduce our waste on site and at our events, and we're aiming to be zero to landfill by the end of the year.
When we're using an external venue, we're looking at their commitment to their sustainability backed up by real actions.
Our CSR charter is our commitment to the environment, our commitment to the community, and say to well-being, and it will be our roadmap for the next 10 years. Goodbye.
Massive congratulations to DRPG. Hopefully Dale hasn't drank all that sparkling wine celebrating. Claire's going to be heading off to the terrace shortly. We're going to take a short interval. That doesn't mean you can disappear. We've got a load of great awards. We've got some fun stuff happening in the second part of the awards, and also up on the terrace where we'll be joining Dale and Claire. Hopefully she can get up there in time. And we're also going to treat you with an incredible song from one of our EVCOM members. So I want to see those selfies of you celebrating for when we come back, and get those comments over to us. So Dale, if you're there, congratulations on your award, and over to you.
Thanks, Sam. Yes, I am getting through this sparkling wine quite fast now. No, thank you. That was brilliant to win that award. Before we, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that award with Sam Wilson in a few seconds, but let's have a look at any selfies that's come in. Here we go. And, oh, food as well. Blimey. There we go. Any more? That doesn't look in this country. No. Yep, well done. Get the drinks there, get the blue in, brilliant. And yes, very, very good. Excellent. And more drinks. What is that one? I can't see it. It looked like a beer. And we even got the animals involved as well. Excellent. Well done. Thank you, everybody. So yeah, a little bit about the CSR Charter, because we decided really last year that we needed to do something different. We'd done 12 years of sustainability, our audits, our policies. It was all great, but I thought it's getting a bit samey. Let's go for it. And we based this charter around the UN 17 Sustainable Development Goals, and we came up with a brand new charter. And somebody who's helped us has been Sam Wilson. And Sam, just talking to you about that and about making tangible difference, because one thing we wanted to do is make a difference. We didn't want piles and piles of paper and piles of policies. And so simple things like planting the trees, like the building is now being run on solar panels, and I think we've got a little video of the roof. They've been installed in the last couple of months, and that's running the studios as we speak today. And also we've had a new roof with better insulation, and we can harvest rainwater as well. So as it said in the film, we're aiming for carbon neutral on this site by the end of the year. And Sam, I say you helped us with that. What difference do you think this type of thing will make?
Oh, I think it will make a huge difference, Dale. Now, you've always been very active in terms of sustainability, but what I love about how we've taken your system now is that we've looked at sustainability across the whole of those three pillars, that people, profit, planet, really focusing in on where your hotspots are. By that, I mean, where can you make the biggest difference? Where is your biggest legacy piece? You're not, you know that you're focusing on the things that matter. So that was the piece of work that I really loved doing with your team. And I think that's the other thing to say as well. This wasn't a piece for Dale. It wasn't a piece for Cecilia, who I'm sure is tuning in. She was brilliant in terms of thinking of the idea. She works as part of your team, Dale, as obviously you know. It was a thing that everybody wanted to do. So everyone in DRPG has touched the charter in some way. It really about that inclusive, blended, new business model that we're talking about. And the other thing I think is important to say here is that it's a declaration, a public declaration of your commitments. So there's nothing to hide behind, and that takes courage, Dale. You've gone out there, you've nailed your colours to the mast. Here are our 6 commitments. Here are our specific objectives. Here are our measurables. You will be hearing about this at the end of this year. So at the end of this year, we'll be doing our first reports of December, January, to tell people how we're doing. And if I know you, Dale, you're going to be totally transparent, aren't you? You're going to be honest about where we've had our challenges, because this work does come fraught with some challenges. It's tough. Claire has spoken about at the very beginning of this award ceremony. It can be tough. So being honest about that, and if or how we've been able to overcome those and found solutions, I think is also incredibly important.
And as you say, we want to share the charter. It's not just DRPG's charter. It's our clients' charter, our suppliers' charter, even our competitors' charters, the industry's charter. We want to see it as something we can share and people can use, but for tangible benefits and tangible outcomes. That's the important thing. It's not a policy that's just going to sit on a shelf and collect dust over the years. But anyway, that's a little bit about our charter. Claire's now joined me back on the roof because I'm sure you're after another cocktail. So this one is going to be called a sea green, and we're going to take vodka.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, I know you like the vodka. And again, this is local Chase vodka. You may have heard of this. It comes from just the other side of the Malvern Hills, just over there. And fantastic distillery tours they do there. So we're going to have a shot of that. And then we're going to have some creme de menthe. This is the green, clearly. You're not looking so sure about this. And while I'm doing this, and a bit of vermouth as well, or martini, whichever, there's a little bit about then what the future holds for EVCOM the rest of the year, but also into 2021.
Well, we, like everybody, is waiting for the start date that we're all working towards with the government to try and get.
I think particularly in the lives. I mean, that's the frustrating
for the
thing.
live sector.
Just need to get that date.
A date so you can talk to clients and get something lined up. But we are hoping to gradually start bringing in some of our smaller networky type events, so our campfires and our talking pictures events, just so that we can start getting people back together again, because one of the things that our membership does like is the opportunity to meet their fellow industry partners, really. Well, more partners now than there ever have been. There have been a lot of collaborations going on, but just an opportunity to get together. That's very green. Look, it matches my nail polish. Look at that. Cheers.
Yeah, and I think there has been a lot of work behind the scenes. Probably you're okay with that. You've got to get back downstairs. That EVCOM has been collaborating with, as you say, with other associations to try and push government for that date.
Yeah. We've been working very hard behind the scenes with the BVEP and the Events Industry Board to try and push government all the way. So there's been a lot going on, and we've tried to share that information wherever we can, because we have realised that we're quite a disparate industry, and we felt that having one big voice would help. But even still, it's proving an uphill battle, because we don't fall into the right business categories.
No.
But we're hoping. Well, we were rather hoping last week for an announcement, but we believe one will be imminent, just to get it going, really, just to give us that start.
Then
to get
clients will
everyone
start
moving.
to book things, and
so
that's one of the problems I think we've got at the moment.
Yeah.
So this is
but
a
of course
blue breeze.
we're still. This is the
Sorry to
non-alcoholic
interrupt
one.
there.
So this, we're hoping, like everybody else, so that we would love to be able to do our London Live and Film Awards in November 19th, if we can. Because we cancelled so much earlier in the year. We cancelled our conference and all of our smaller events. Obviously, this is our virtual Clarion Awards. So we would like to be able to start working towards an event programme. But we have discovered that because we were galvanised into it and we were doing a webinar every week, they've worked really well for our members. They've loved them, they've loved the engagement, they've loved the opportunity to learn different parts of the industry. So we'll keep those going.
Yeah.
Maybe not one a week.
But I think we've had more attendance at those than actually the real events, which says something. But
and what's really interesting is you look at who comes to what in terms of the numbers, and it gives you a really clear idea of what people are interested in.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the hybrid events and the creativity stuff, they love it.
But we can't beat face-to-face,
Nope.
having those campfires and then off to the pub for a drink afterwards, I think.
We like that.
You can't beat that. So I've just made a blue breeze. There we go. which
that
is
looks
a bit turquoise.
very
actually.
tropical. That's like Miami.
So that's the pineapple juice, the passion fruit,
good.
the lemon juice, the non-alcoholic blue Curaçao, except I haven't got any, so I've just used the alcoholic anyway, because I should probably end up drinking it. Bit of lemon and a lemon slice. There we go.
Fantastic.
Great, and I think you're going to head back downstairs. Any more selfies? And any comments? Any comments? Oh, we've got some comments. Here we are. Which one? The glasses on.
Shall I leave you to that?
Yes.
And I'm going to try and
Be careful
run.
down the stairs on those, yeah. Which project won gold, silver, and bronze? Well, I have no idea. Check on the video later. Great event. Thank you so much. This is really different. Brilliant. So we're going to do something special now and go to a little bit of music. So here we are. Play the VT.
Hi, it's so great to be here. I'm going to be singing one of my favourites, At Last, by the wonderful Etta James. I hope you enjoy.
Are over, and life is like a song. Yeah, at last, skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped up in clover the night I looked at you. I found a dream that I could speak to. I found a dream to call my own. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill that I've never known. You smiled, oh, you smiled, and then the spell was cast. And here we are in heaven, for you are mine at last.
Thank you so much for having me, EVCOM. I hope you have a brilliant rest of your night, and good luck to everyone taking part.
That's well done to Hannah Brown, who is the sister of Amelia, who works in the office. So fantastic voice there. So we're getting very close to going back to part two. Let's have a look at the selfies. Let's see what we've got. Oh, on the coffee. There we go. What is that? I'm not entirely sure what that drink is, but there we are. Well done, guys. So that's it from me on the terrace. I'm probably going to have to take some sparkling wine down to Sam and Claire at the end of this, so I might just sneak into the studio for the finale bit. But thanks for joining us. Back to you, Sam.
thank you, Dale. And I am holding you to that glass of sparkling wine. I'm looking longingly whilst you're at that terrace, but I am excited to be here. Welcome back, everybody, to Studio 1 at DRPG. Now, I know that Dale got some questions, so I am going to answer them for you. Sharon and Andrea, get ready. This is what you want to know. The Bronze Award for Live Education and Training went to Feeding Britain's Future by EVCOM EdComs. Got that one? The silver goes to Travel to Tokyo, Engagement Events by EVCOM EdComs. And finally, the gold award went to the Schools Challenge by EVCOM EdComs. So I hope that answers your questions, and another great big congratulations. The joys of technology, sometimes we lose a little bit of service, and that was the crucial time for you. But congratulations once again. Before we go into part 2, I'm conscious we still have one more video from our winners of the Brand Communication Live. So I'd love us to watch your film by 3 Angry Men. So let's watch that now.
A friend of mine runs a basketball team you might be interested in.
Yeah, maybe.
And what this programme will do is give you another thing to put on your CV. I'm looking for volunteers for next Sunday.
I'm really not sure about this.
Mum, I can do it.
How you doing, man? Do you like what you see?
Yeah.
Good with me?
Hi.
Once again, a big congratulations. So, Claire, you did make it down. How was the second cocktail on the terrace with Dale?
Well, you know, it looked great. Not my bag, it has to be said, creme de menthe. It's like mouthwash.
I'm just thinking, I didn't see any measures up there.
No measures, just glugs. Just glugs. I think I shall have to go back to the blue one. I rather like that one.
The selfies, were you expecting to see so many wonderful selfies? I know sometimes it's quite hard, people don't like doing it, but what do you think about them?
Oh, I like the guy with his Save the Planet mug.
Save the Planet mug and the blue parrot.
Yeah.
Very apt. So keep those selfies rolling in. We do want to keep this memory of these virtual awards. You know, this is a really significant award ceremony, it being EVCOM's first virtual. So on with the show. Our next award recognises social welfare film. This award encourages social awareness, raising social issues to the vital prominence they deserve. This category is being awarded on the film side only and is sponsored by Radley Yelder. The shortlisted entries are as follows: Lily's Story by Gorilla Gorilla, Make the Call by Media Zoo, No Fixed Address, Guardian Labs, and HSBC UK by 3 Angry Men, Rebuilding Lives by Raw London, and This is Poverty by Connected Pictures, another popular category, Claire?
Yes, very much so.
Over to you.
And again, with the Bronze Award, we have 2 awards given in this one. So 2 films. They are No Fixed Address by 3 Angry Men, who are having a very good evening, and Make the Call by Media Zoo. So well done to both of those 2. So both get a bronze. The silver award goes to Rebuilding Lives by Raw London. Well done, another award for Raw London. And the gold award goes to a film which received the highest score on average from our judges throughout the whole of the EVCOM Clarion Awards 2020. Whoa. So described as heartbreaking, poignant by one of the judges, and identified as a film that affords a unique and intimate level of insight. So the gold award in film goes to Lily's Story by Gorilla Gorilla. Fantastic, well done, guys.
I mean, that is a truly remarkable victory for them.
Overwhelming.
Let's see your film.
Today I went for a job interview in a cafe, hopefully.
I'll get that job, and they said it's 7 to 8 hours a day, but that's £50, which will then get me 2 nights in a B&B that I stay in New Cross, so that would be quite a lot of help.
Really, really emotional. The following award recognises innovation in film. This award seeks entries that engage audiences with social issues in a unique and original way. So the shortlisted entries are Code of Conduct, Harassment and Disrespectful Behaviour by Radley Yelder, Lily's Story by Gorilla Gorilla, and Make the Call by Media Zoo. Claire, it's over to you to announce our winners.
Thanks very much, Sam. So the Bronze Award, so again for Lily's Story by Gorilla Gorilla. So well done. Another award to take away for that piece of work. The Silver Award goes to Make the Call by Media Zoo. And the Gold Award goes to a film whose interactivity was praised by all of our judges. So the winner of the Gold Award in the Film Innovation category is Code of Conduct, Harassment and Disrespectful Behaviour by Radley Yelder. Well done. Fantastic and innovative indeed.
Sounds interactive. I cannot wait to see it. Many congratulations, Radley Yelder. Let's see your film.
Okay, I'll make it my priority first thing Monday morning.
No, Michelle. I need it tonight.
Okay, I'll get it to you late tonight.
Good. Thanks. We'll speak then.
Tonight. He's got you working every night during the week. Now it's weekends too.
I'm sorry, honey. I really don't dare to say no.
So our next category is Innovation Live. And Claire, I'm coming straight to you to announce our winner.
We have one winner. The winning entry, which receives a Gold Award, goes to a project that one judge said was a great way to get young people excited about innovation and the future of design. The winner of the Gold Award is the Schools Challenge by EVCOM. Well done. Sorry, I was delayed. I was about to say there is no film because this was a project, so well done.
Congratulations. We'll say it again because they had technical issues before. Congratulations for that winning award. Well done. So our next award for this afternoon recognises work within the vital category of diversity and inclusion, something very, very dear to my heart, film. This award commends work that promotes tolerance, diversity and inclusion on the film side only. The shortlisted diversity and inclusion entries are, and good luck everyone, Clifford Chance, Spark by RD Content, Ethan by Raw London, ILO, Invalid Opinions by Radley Yelder, International Men's Day by the Edge Picture Company, and Think About It by Speak Easy. I'm guessing this was a difficult one to judge. Claire, over to you to announce those winners.
Absolutely, and again, you can tell by the volume on the shortlist, a very well entered category. Obviously, very, very pertinent at the moment. So
hugely important.
Really, really relevant. The Bronze Award goes to International Men's Day by the Edge Picture Company. So congrats to them. And a second award in bronze goes to Clifford Chance Spark by RD Content. So fantastic, 2 awards in the bronze category. Well done. The silver award goes to ILO Invalid Opinions by Radley Yelder. Really well done. That's a second award for you guys. Fantastic. And the gold award goes to a film which one of the judges said felt truly personal and bespoke. So the winner of the Gold Award is Ethan by Raw London. Well done.
Congratulations, Raw London. Well done. Let's watch your film.
Admitting to myself that I was trans was scary. But it's who I am. I'm a boy. I couldn't be me in school. I felt lost. I was made fun of, people laughed at me, and I had no idea who I was. But how on earth do you explain something so big to others? I couldn't live my life as me without telling people.
You won't believe this, Claire, but we are almost at the end. We are on our penultimate award. I think it's important that we recognise that we didn't want to butt into people's time for too long. We know that we are all on screen a lot at the moment. So it's great that we can celebrate success with all our worthy winners, but not taking up too much of life right now.
Yes. And having watched a few other award ceremonies, I was very conscious that brevity was the thing, to try and keep the whole thing lively and moving along.
And not everyone gets to have one of those crazy cocktails that Dale made either, so...
Although I do see him over there in the corner.
He's already supping. Yeah. So our penultimate award is for celebratory work film. This category includes work that celebrates CSR, health, education, social welfare, diversity, and much, much more. And it's sponsored by Radley Yelder. The shortlisted film entries are 90-Year History by Plastic Pictures, Aspire, Children's University by Hee Haw, C&A Foundation Inspiring World, Campaign 2019 by Sequel Group, and Jack's Story by Inspired Films. Now, the wonders of modern technology, Gay Bennett, executive producer from Radley Yelder, is joining us now here on our wonderful screen. Welcome, Gay. Can you hear us?
Hi, hello.
Gay, why do you think it's... Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Why do you think it's important to celebrate work that makes an impact?
Well, I think the Clarions are just such a great way to highlight and celebrate cause-driven film, and it's what we really want to keep front and centre in these film communications. So making an impact in these areas, it's the goal, and it's exactly what we want. And because we can tell film, use film to tell a story, I think it's brilliant in bringing an emotional lift to something that really needs our focus or our attention, and it can move us into making a contribution as well. So for that reason, it's super important to celebrate it. And I think also, you know, celebrating the success of our industry, people in it, and the amazing work that we all produce now more than ever with the pandemic, you know, let's find even more reason to celebrate it.
And have you enjoyed the virtual award ceremony this afternoon?
Yeah, I think it's been great. It's never as good as being able to be there in person with your clients and colleagues, but I think it's really well done.
Look forward to welcoming you and your team to the in-person event on the 19th of November, Gay, and thanks so much for joining us this afternoon, and thank you for sponsoring.
Thank you.
It's great having some interaction with people who have won awards and are our wonderful sponsors. So Claire, over to you to announce our winners.
So the Bronze Awards are two. Bronze Awards, again, we have two in this category. C&A Foundation Inspiring World Campaign 2019 by Sequel Group. I think that should be two. And then the Silver Award goes to Aspire Children's University by Hee Haw. Well done to them. And then the Gold Award goes to a film that was described as emotional and heartbreaking. And the winner of the Gold Award for the film's celebratory category is Jack's Story by Inspired Films. Congratulations to all at Inspired Films. Well done.
So the best outcome for this research would be that we would be able to prevent neck.
The there are children and babies that get neck that don't survive. We were one of the lucky ones. If you're considering putting money into Action Medical Research and supporting them as a charity, don't hesitate to do it. Without that funding, babies are going to have life-changing and life-altering conditions.
Our final award, quite sad to say that. Our final award is for Celebratory Live. And I'd like to hand straight over to you, Claire, to announce our worthy winner.
Yep. One winner, one piece of work. The project was described as remarkable, thought-provoking and inspiring, and one judge even awarded it full marks. The gold award goes to 10 Years of the US LP by Plastic Pictures. Well done to Plastic Pictures, fantastic.
Congratulations, Plastic Pictures, for winning our final award, and let's see your film.
It's really important to share with our competitors, peers, partners what we've learnt, because if you think Unilever has achieved zero landfill, why can't others?
When Unilever puts a product in a shelf, we drive business that raise people above poverty, that brings opportunities in all the places where we are operating.
So, Claire, our final award marks the end of today's ceremony. We hope you're celebrating in style wherever you are and whoever you're with. I can see from the corner of my eye something sparkly and fizzy. Could it possibly be the effervescent Dale Parmenter with a glass for me? Thank you so much.
There we go, one for you.
Look at this. Thank you very much.
We're really sorry we can't be here with you in person. It's been a long time since I've chinked a glass with everyone. It will be wonderful to celebrate with you in person, and all of today's winners will be joining us at the EVCOM London Live and Film Awards in London on the 19th of November. And I know we have our fingers crossed, but let's really, really hope that we can get together and celebrate your success in person, hopefully with a hug or two and maybe a glass or two of fizz. That's all from me. It's been an honour and a pleasure to host these awards today. Really, really significant awards to me personally. So for our final words, I'm going to hand back for the last time to Claire.
Thanks to everyone who's been part of our audience today, everyone who enters their fantastic work into this scheme, and everyone who supports the awards, from judges to sponsors. A particular thank you to sponsors during these difficult times: Brandcast Health, Present Communications and Radley Elder. We really do appreciate your support. This awards scheme is credit to your commitment as a community to work that makes a much needed difference in the world that we live in. Thank you for making your creativity cause-driven. And to all our winners, congratulations, well done.
Huge congratulations.
And thank you very much.
Cheers.